You guys should join us on our wonderful adventure to space.
Guys, it's a black hole. It even has a shape of a hyperbola. Let's look at an actual graph of one. So since this has a vertical transverse axis and the equation is y squared over 16 minus x squared over 36 is equal to 1, the a value is plus or minus 4 and the b value is plus or minus 6. Since it's a vertical transverse axis, the vertices would be 0, 4 and 0, negative 4. And the foci would be 0, 2 root 13 and 0, negative 2 root 13. And therefore, the asymptotes would be y is equal to plus or minus 2/3 x. And after graphing the asymptotes and the vertices and the foci, you can easily graph the hyperbola as well. And if we were to translate this graph, it would look like this. Since h, k is the center, it would be 4, 3. And a and b would still be the same. And then the vertices would be 4, negative 1 and 4, 7. The foci would be 4, 10.211 and 4, negative 4.211 after subtracting the coordinates of the center and adding the coordinates of the center. The asymptotes would therefore be y is equal to 2/3 x plus 1/3 and y is equal to 2/3 x plus 17/3. And the graph will look like this.
Look, there's a shooting star outside our window. It reminds me of a parabola. I remember how to graph those. Well, if our original equation is y squared is equal to negative 12x, then you can set 4p is equal to negative 12 and solve for p. And that gives us our distance from our center 0, 0. So we can find out that our focus is negative 3, 0, and our directrix is x is equal to 3 on the other side. And we know our axis of symmetry is y is equal to 0 because it's a horizontal parabola. And then to finish the graph, we can plug in different points. If our equation is y minus 2 squared is equal to negative 12 times x minus 1, then our vertex is 1, 2 because of our h and k values. And we know that our distance is 3, so from our vertex, we count 3 spaces to the left to find our focus, and we get the coordinate negative 2, 2. And then we count 3 spaces to the right to find our directrix, which is x is equal to 4. And our axis of symmetry would be y is equal to 2. And to finish the graph, we plug in some points.
There's a galaxy outside our window. It kind of reminds me of a circle. If you have an equation x squared plus y squared equals 9, to find the radius, you do r squared equals 9. So that means your radius is 3. The points on your graph are 0, 3, 0, negative 3, 3, 0, and negative 3, 0, since your center is 0, 0. And then to draw the graph, you just connect all the points and you get your circle. Say your equation was x minus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 9. Your center will be hk, which is 2, 3. Your radius would be 3 since r squared equals 9. And your points would be 2, 0, 2, 6, 5, 3, and negative 1, 3. And then to just graph the circle, you would connect all those points, and you'd have your translated circle. The shape created by Earth's orbit is an ellipse. If you have x squared over 9 plus y squared over 4 equals 1, a and b, a is plus or minus 3, and b is plus or minus 2. The major axis is a horizontal axis. To find the vertices, you add a and b from the center. So your vertices would be 3, 0 and negative 3, 0. And your co-vertices would be 0, 2 and 0, negative 2. To find the foci, you do c squared equals a squared minus b squared and solve to find c. In this case, c is positive or plus or minus root 5. So that means the foci are root 5, 0 and negative root 5, 0. Then you graph the vertices here and the co-vertices on the opposite side, and then graph your foci and then connect your co-vertices and vertices to create your ellipse.
So if we are graphing the translated equation of x minus 1 squared over 9 plus y minus 2 squared over 4 is equal to 1, first we need to find our center, and our center is 1, 2 because of our h and k values. And we know that our a and b values are plus or minus 3 and plus or minus 2 because we take the square root of our a squared and b squared. And then to find our vertices, we add the a value to our x value in the center, and then to find our co-vertices, we add the b value to the y value in our center. And then to find the foci, we do c squared is equal to 9 minus 4, and we solve for c, which is plus or minus square root of 5. And so we find that our foci are 1 plus square root of 5, comma 2, and 1 minus square root of 5, comma 2. And then we just plot the points and we connect the points to make the circle.